Hello, and we're back with an episode of Dear Sadie and P. Let's read the letter. You're gonna read.
I'm gonna read.
Mm-hmm.
Dear Sadie and P. It's not an interesting story. I just want to ask for some advice about a crush I have on a 57-year-old woman, and I'm 25. I come from a non-English speaking country. She's my English teacher in this situation, and she's 57 years old. She has no partner, no child, but I'm not sure if she had in previous times. There are 2 centers in my city. She used to work in another one, which I've never been there because it's a bit far from my home. But I heard something about her from the other students. They said there's a teacher in WLC called Rosie. She's very talented and elegant because she can draw a decent picture in a minute, and before she became a teacher, she worked in a magazine field. I was so curious about her because I'm a graphic designer, so I appreciate her very much. I first saw her on October 30th, 2021. That was our Halloween party. She wore a black long dress, was so beautiful. When I saw her, I had a different feeling at that time, but I didn't mind that. I thought that feeling must be worship, because we hardly ever see a person still teach in her 50s in my country. She has a tattoo, a nose stud, a lip stud, and 10 ear studs or so. That's a far cry from the 57-year-olds I've seen. But after that event, I didn't see her for a long time. She came to our center for several classes at the beginning of 2021 because our international teacher asked for a leave. Until September 2022, she was transferred to our center to teach. I think that was the first time I knew her. After a few days, I was so sure I had a crush on her. But I know as a teacher she can't have romantic relationships with students. And I know she doesn't like that as well. But right now my course will end in March, so I want to let her know my feelings about her. But here's the important thing. I was trying to build a romantic relationship with her in June 2021. You can call her Daisy. She is back in the UK now. I'm not sure if Daisy and Rosie ever talked about me in the past, and I'm not sure if they're still in touch now, so it makes me feel too awkward. It's too late to know if they're good friends. I don't know if I should let her know how I feel about her, and I don't know how to do it. She's very spiritual and way too independent. With our language issues, difference in life, and her attitude about our age gap, it's really hard for me to get close to her. One more question. Can people really read emotion in their eyes? I always look at her when she's talking, and I know it's different than when I look at other people. I don't know if she can feel it. Yeah, that's it.
So wait, who is Daisy?
She has a crush on Rosie the teacher. Rosie the teacher has this friend called Daisy, whom this girl was dating in the past, or trying to date in the past.
Okay. In this case, it would be always good to have a mature conversation about your feelings and coming out with your feelings, because I feel like fear of not being open about your feelings with somebody else, like it's the opposite of being brave. I feel like, when you're brave, you are also like, you're behaving more like a mature person. That's what I'm getting to.
Okay.
In the end, we have 2 choices: being brave about confessing our feelings to a person, or being afraid of. But you see, when you're afraid of confessing feelings and then you go with that fear into confessing feelings for another person, so you must understand that you are basically fearfully confessing your feelings, which is a different energy from bravery, bravely confessing your feelings. It's totally different, because when you're brave about opening up about your feelings, then even if there is a rejection, there is kind of like you can, give a pat on your shoulders and say, hey, it felt good, to be myself. It felt good to express myself. Whereas when you go and you are with a fear of rejection and you confess your feelings and there is a rejection, then you're gonna be, oh my gosh, she rejected me, I shouldn't have said anything, why did I say? There is shame, there are all these gamma of emotions, right? Do you agree?
Well, okay. For me, it depends if I know that they're straight. You said you don't know if she's straight, so maybe you have a chance. But with me, like, it also depends on the culture. Like back when I was in Turkey and I had crushes on my teachers, I knew that I would never ever tell them because, first of all, it's like a straight dominant culture, so they're not going to be very friendly about it anyway. And second, I knew she was straight. Or at least in the culture, she was straight. So
I mean, I understand the context. I understand the context. I wouldn't even, in this case I would say. Because,
in this case you'd say?
Yes.
Because she has the piercings and tattoos and stuff.
I mean, she seems to, first of all, we're not in a culture like, I don't know.
Turkey.
Or other Arabic countries that, they are very strict about that. So, I mean, no one will stone you to death, if you come out of the closet.
So in that case, I would probably say my feelings. She was also asking how she should do it.
Well, you can, first and foremost, we don't know, we don't have this information, whether whether she's a lesbian or not. She
doesn't know.
But if you don't know, I would actually ask her and say, are you interested in women? Like, I don't know also the level of communication, because are you interested in women is very direct at the same time.
I was gonna say.
But maybe not. Maybe just leave that. No, don't say that. That's
okay,
wrong.
I have an idea. Give her a compliment that's about her physical features. Like, not about her outfit or anything like that, but something you wouldn't compliment as a straight woman. So let's say something about her eyes or like her smile or something a little bit gay.
I wouldn't do it like that. I don't know. I see myself just,
You're super direct.
Yes, pretty much. I see myself like, asking her out and also saying, I feel particularly attracted to you, and then strike out this kind of conversation and see if she says, hey, I'm not interested in women, or hey, I'm interested in somebody else, or I have feelings in some. I mean, you have to open up the conversation, and I believe that she's a mature enough woman to hold this kind of conversation. So,
Good stuff. And as for whether she can tell your feelings or not, it's hard to tell, because some people are really obvious with their feelings, and you can read it from their face, and some people it's hard to tell. So, it's not a guarantee that she knows how you feel. So you should probably verbalize it in some way.
Mm-hmm. When did she write to us?
Not that far. Not that long ago.
Okay, so
we're not too late.
No.
Yeah.
Good. Please write to us with some updates on this, if there is any.
Okay.
We would be very, very curious to know how it goes. Thank you, everybody, for writing to us. We love doing Dear Sadie and P, so just keep on writing to us, and we can just,
give our 2 cents.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right.
See you in the next one. Bye.
Bye-bye.